Yo guys, and welcome to a new video. Today I will be talking about Zootopia 2. Alright, so Zootopia 2 has finally hit movie theaters after 9 years of the original film, almost 10 years, almost a decade ago. That film is almost a decade old. I truly think that is interesting because holy fuck, I did not expect that. Like, I feel old right now. And I have to be honest, when this movie first came out, it completely went over my head. Apparently, it made $1 billion. This one is probably going to make $1 billion as well, but I really haven't heard of it, or I wasn't along with the vibe of it. But I have to say, in 2016 I was not that big of a movie kind of guy. I did not have the money or the means to go to the movie theater, so I didn't, and I wasn't really busy with films. Also, I was mostly watching how to say it, stuff I already had seen 1,000 times, like Spider-Man and Captain America Civil War, which I did went to the movie theater for. But yeah, it was not a lot, so I did not know a lot of films that had came out. Like Moana, I found out about Moana in 2017, and then around 2019, I first time watched Zootopia, which I thought was a very good film when I first watched that one. I thought it did something new, it was nice, it had nice characters. I almost became Judy Hopps Lover 69, that's a joke. For obvious reasons, that's a joke. But, today we had the release of Zootopia 2 in movie theaters, and I was really interested in seeing where this series might go for its sequel, because we already had Moana 2 last year, and that one decided to become a series cut up to a movie, and that kind of killed the movie. I have to say, it has grown on me. I became a bigger fan of Moana 2, mostly of the songs. I did not rewatch the movie itself yet, but the songs kind of grew on me. My light is flickering, I don't know why it is, but it is also making sound, so I'm scared of dying. So if this video never comes online, you will know what it is. But today, I was kind of afraid to have that same reaction to Zootopia 2, but the scores for the film were kind of amazing, and I was really interested in that because the trailers, they did something nice for me. I thought the movie was going to be good, but it didn't hold a special place in my heart yet. I thought like, okay, I'm going to see it, looks nice enough, the animation looks stunning, but I'm going to see what it will give you. And sometimes with sequels, the thing that you get with it is that they kind of, especially when it's not as planned as this one, it feels like this was not planned. It feels like Disney decided to do other things, but people weren't going to stuff like Strange Worlds for obvious reasons. So they decided to, okay, let's bank some money and let's get this one there first. And it felt like they made sure that this one came out faster, which is the thing that was my main concern. And most times with sequels, what they kind of do when a sequel is unplanned, or when a film makes a lot of money, so they rehash a sequel really fast and they put it up really fast, you're gonna rehash the story of the first film. So everything that they have built upon in the first movie, they're gonna redo some of that stuff for the sequel, which almost never works. And I was really afraid that was going to be the case with Zootopia 2, but I am very happy to say that is not the case. It truly feels like a sequel they have been working on, they have taken care of, and they did know that they didn't need to make the extra money, but they also made sure that there was something worth telling in this film. And the sequel truly feels like a well-deserved sequel because the story is better, the characters grow upon what happened in the first film, they don't rehash stuff, so they actually take the stuff that happened in the first film and they expand on it, they update on it, they make it better, they make it worthwhile, they add something new, so we have new things to focus on, which is in the first film, of course, you had the entire thing where they did not trust each other and they had to learn how to trust each other in some inconvenient circumstances. In this one, they are truly partners, Judy and Nick Wilde, of course, and they have to try to work together as a team. They are an official team now, so they have to work together with that. So it is renewed, and that is something I really liked about this. And the story, Gary, by far, amazing guy. Love Gary through all of my heart. Most of that has come to do with Ki Hee Kwan being attached to the project, and I love Ki Hee Kwan, of course. I did not love Love Hurts, but I did love him in this film, and he is absolutely amazing. The story they have written for Gary also is kind of amazing because it is tackling some themes, as with the first one, that are heavy for adults, that are very relevant today. Actually, it's talking about social commentary, it's talking about racism and stuff like that. It's talking about oppression, which are things that are extremely relevant to nowadays. But they make it kid friendly and they don't shove it up your ass. They talk about it, and they have it as the core thing of their film, but it never takes over the film. It's never Disney trying to push a message down your throat. It's just a really nice kids film that has some themes for children to think about, for children to learn something about life, which is done in a very beautiful and very good way, especially from a studio that is quite known for trying to shove things up your ass when it comes to themes and when it comes to 2025 and 2026 and things that are now okay that weren't okay or weren't as used to life beforehand with an older audience, like how they are continuously mixing up stories from real life or live action adaptations because of how different the world has become. This film doesn't do anything of that. It's just a really nice, really fun children's film with some great themes for adults to love as well. So this is truly a family film for everyone. As a kid, you will love this. As an adult, you will probably also love this because they expand on everything. They don't rehash anything and they don't break anything from the first one apart. It was a problem you had with Moana where they tried to take a series and make that a movie, so they built upon some character things, but I thought that some characters were behaving out of character for that sequel. That one truly felt like it was a movie that was rehashed to get a sequel out as fast as possible. This one doesn't have any of that. It's also chock full of great animation. It's absolutely a stunning thing to see, and Zootopia feels like one of the most lived-in worlds that is out there in any kind of Disney universe. So it's really a really nice place to go back to. So you really are expecting a Zootopia 3 probably around the year 2034, 9 years. And I can really look forward to that because I think this is amazing. I think this went pretty well. This movie also is full of references to real life and to other movies and to other stuff, which did the first one. The first one had it as well. Most of that has got to do with the movie rental thing and where they were talking about Moana and stuff like that, which was really funny. This one ups that tenfold with another Godfather. The fuck? This one ups that with another Godfather reference or another reference to Moana or movies, and most of that, and a few of my biggest references that I absolutely loved. I think two of my favorites, I'm not going to tell you exactly where they are placed in the film, but there is a small reference to Ratatouille, which I genuinely really fucking loved, which made me chuckle incredibly hard. But also the best one in my opinion is a reference to The Shining, which I did not expect at all because of course this is a children's film. So that is a reference only for the adults and only for the adults that watch movies regularly or see their classics. And I really loved that. So this film made me smile. This film made me happy. And even though I wasn't as interested in the middle part, as this movie does take a while to get going, the third act is phenomenal. The first act is good. And the second act is better, but does take a while. So I wasn't really blown away by everything. And I was really hoping for the third act to bring it all home perfectly. I genuinely still really loved it. And I am already planning on rewatching this film to get the full experience again. And even in another format like 40X or in IMAX or stuff like that, just to have another experience with this film because I do want to revisit it already, which is a very good thing. In the end, I think Zootopia 2 is certainly a great film and it can become even better on rewatch. So if I'm going to talk about this movie again in the next month, you will know what happens. But this is a film, it's extremely rewatchable. You will rewatch it. It's a very, very good film. For now, I'm going to give this film 4 stars and a heart. It might even get bumped up on a rewatch. I don't know that yet. So for now, this one sits at 4 stars and a heart. Have you seen this film? Please let me know what you think of it in the comments down below, because I am really excited to hear your opinion on this film. I want to thank you for watching, and I'd like to see you in the next video. Thank you, and bye bye.